I've been with the company now for 6 years and have been operating largely with the same core of leaders the whole way through. And so to be able to take the new role of CEO, I was kind of cheating as I had a head start on everything. And at the end of the day, when as cliche as it sounds, when you work with people you enjoy working with, that makes everything a lot better.
So Legends is kind of a conglomeration of some big names, Cowboys, Yankees. How do you balance working for such an elite group of teams and organizations?
Well, I'd say it's actually a great benefit. I mean, I think from an ownership perspective, the idea of working for blue chip brands gives us a lot of credibility in going out to the market, that we appreciate all the nuance of carrying a blue chip brand to the best light in front of the consumer. So from that standpoint, it's a clear advantage. I think the other side of it, though, is that we're fortunate enough to have owners who have empowered us to go run the business. So at the end of the day, it's really about Legends and their engagement, our engagement with the consumer. It's we've grown this to a very large platform to support the different businesses, the different clients out there. And so it's ultimately operating with a great deal of autonomy, which in today's day and age, as fast as everything moves, I think is not even important, it's necessary.
How important is brand stewardship in what you guys do?
The utmost. At the end of the day, this is a relationship that we hold in the highest regard, and because of that approach to it, I think there's a great deal of trust that comes back from our clients. We're pretty unique in this space in that we're not a consumer-facing brand. As we always share, today we're not a consumer-facing brand. We have no aspirations of ever being a consumer-facing brand, because if you're fortunate enough to work for the clients that we do, some of the best brands in the world, you would never want to cloud that conversation with another name with their own fans. So brand stewardship is a driving way we look at the entire business. As it relates to day-to-day and on the ground, to us, brand stewardship not only means understanding their brand and their vision at a very deep level, but it also means operating in a very white label fashion. This should only be about the client we represent. Full stop, nothing else. So it is a big driver in how we approach the business.
And so you represent an array of companies on many different sides. What is the 360-degree approach that you guys try to apply?
Well, it is the idea of being a turnkey solution. At the end of the day, we're a third-party service experiential company, but the bigger picture is being a true partner. So from the moment they have an idea, I want to buy a team, I want to build a stadium, I want to start some new venture, to the moment it's a living, breathing organism. People are coming, they're buying tickets, they're enjoying themselves, they're taking in a truly unique experience. We're a platform that can support that the entire way through. And so to us, 360 is the idea of realizing all the synergies that a partner who has acumen in all the spaces or steps along the way can bring to the table.
Could you just take us through each one of your verticals? What do you do in each one?
Yeah, absolutely. So just going back to the idea of being a partner the whole way through, I think if you think about us in a very linear manner, here I had an idea and I want to get it to come into reality. We can help each step along the way, and that's through that 360 platform. So our first division, our first step, is global planning. In the global planning division, there lives two pieces of acumen. One is our feasibility business. So we acquired two companies, one CSL and the other ISG, that specialize in market feasibility studies. The unique thing with both of those businesses is that they can produce studies with enough complexity to withstand bank scrutiny. So it draws the confidence of institutional financing to the business. So in short, I had a good idea, but could someone validate it? We fill that role. I think the next step in global planning, in the next step in the process, is really about project development. So our project development plays the owner's rep role, as it's commonly known. where we will oversee the schedule, the budget, the subs, and most importantly, the overall vision of what an owner has their site to become. I think the next stage after that is, okay, I validated my idea, I'm building it, now I need to monetize it. And so we have a global sales business that focuses in on monetization. We have some of the best professionals in the world that focus in on tickets, premium sales, clubs, PSLs, suites, as well as any of the other types of ways you can monetize a situation, such as private events and tours. Staying on the monetization piece, I think one of the biggest ticket items, certainly that owners are speaking of, as you kind of go through the evolution of taking this from idea to reality, is our global partnerships division, which focuses solely on naming rights and founding partners to find that right match, what actually fits the vision as well as hits the economics. And again, kind of going back to this linear example, I had an idea, I validated it, I'm building it, I'm monetizing it, I'm selling, people are coming. What's the best way to optimize a situation once people are congregating? And for us, two of the main ways to do that is food and beverage, which we focus in on not only during the event, but also 365. So different ways to make sure you're having a longer conversation with your clients through food halls or meaningful pop-up events, 365 day a year membership type clubs, as well as, I'll call it your more traditional experience, which there's nothing traditional about it these days, but your more traditional culinary experience of food and beverage in the venue. The other meaningful part when you think about optimizing the opportunity of having an audience together is really for us merchandise. So Legends Global Merchandise is our vertical solution to help from design, production, distribution, live event pop-up, 365 day a year flagship type stores, as well as e-commerce. And the way that we round out ultimately this wheel of services is through our Legends Global Technology Solutions. And if you think about where the world is today, that technology is a key piece in the relationship, in the experience. It's not the experience, but we believe it enhances the experience if contemplated correctly. So we like to sit as a partner to help contemplate everything from the beginning of infrastructure and setup to how you leverage your data and how you communicate the whole way through. So anything from analytics as a service to CTO as a service, to be a true partner to make sure that you're speaking with your customers when they want to speak, how they want to speak, and certainly for as long as they can. And that ultimately, that is the wheel of services that acts as this turnkey solution, or as we like to say, turnkey partner for a client as they go on this journey. And it's applied to really any space that people congregate, but we like to show it off in different areas, such as our attractions world, which is a unique set of acumen in and of itself, but it's ultimately all of our services applied in one space, and have been fortunate enough to scale this from college to international, which brings a wealth of a great knowledge base that we all bring to bear for our clients.
One of the things you said about Legends is that you're a boutique with a world-class engine. What does that mean?
At the end of the day, it's about the client. I think we talked a little bit about being brand stewardship. To really be brand stewardship is to give the client editorial control over what they want their vision to be. That's paramount for us. The unique part about the way that we approach the world is that editorial control is backed up with world-class experience and acumen. So to give the right recommendations, the right support, and the right leadership on how to approach an opportunity is what we bring to bear, but it's unique because it's all about them. It is ultimately about their vision and where do they want to drive. We'll just help them get there in a speedy and first-class manner.
How do you build on the trust that you've earned from your clients for Legends?
I think it's allowed us to continue to diversify our offerings. A lot of the offerings that we just walked through ultimately come from the market. Global Tech Solutions is a great, and it's the most recent example of how we got into the space. We've become trusted advisors to our different clients where they started asking us for technology advisement to the point where it allowed us to go out and really invest in that business and that opportunity. It's that confidence we get from the client that allowed us to take that confidence and build, ultimately a better solution for them and certainly for our business.